Hey, Simply Sugar here with the evening news rundown. It's going to be a lot. So, along with the National Guard, Pete Hegseth has confirmed that 500 Marines will be deployed to LA. This as photos are going around showing National Guard members sleeping on floors and in a highly chaotic scene that they were not prepared for. Violence has been widely reported to have begun with ICE and police officers inciting the crowd. And this is why the crowd has to be very careful. They want to incite this violence because they want a reason for things really to get ugly here. And we know that just from the video evidence. I mean, they shot an Australian reporter just for doing her job, trying to silence her. And not only her, we know about Terry Moran of ABC being suspended for calling Stephen Miller a world-class hater on his personal account. Now, I know that he would never do that in his business setting. So I guess when you work for these places, you're not allowed to have a personal opinion or to do like an editorial on a subject because it doesn't align with ABC. Or is ABC just afraid to get sued again by this government? I mean, I know I have my thoughts. What are yours? In other news, let's talk about the One Big Beautiful Bill. The Senate is fast-tracking the tax and spending of One Big Beautiful Bill, aiming for passage before July 4th. That's in a couple of weeks. The Congressional Budget Office and the White House claim it could cut deficits by $6 to $8 trillion over 10 years. We've seen the numbers. It doesn't do that. It adds to the deficit. So they are lying, bold-faced lying. The only thing it cuts is tax expenses for the ultra rich. That's the only thing it's been proven to cut. Democrats have been raising concern, especially regarding Medicaid realignment and charges to the safety net programs. We know that they don't care about citizens. They're sicking our armed forces on American citizens. These are not foreign people they're sicking the armed forces are. This is policing an American state. American states have their own sovereignty. They're threatening to arrest Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is like, come on, bring it. Every Democrat really needs to be over there in California as a representative. If they arrest Gavin, they need to arrest us all. Where's the solidarity? I saw Maxine Waters out there. What is she, 87 years old? Anyway, let's move on. So the weekly initial employment claims rose to 247,000 in the week ending May 31st, the highest in 8 months, up from 239,000 the prior week. The May unemployment rate remained at 4.2%, with non-farm payrolls increasing by 139,000, signaling labor market cooling. Interest rates are something else. You know, we got to watch that. We got to watch the bond market. I'm trying to learn just like you guys. So on June 4th, President Trump doubled Section 232 tariffs on steel and aluminum, now up at 50%, and that was raised from 25%. The EU secured a reprieve for now as negotiations continue. I like how they are estimating their profitability on these tariffs when they change so frequently. So he'll keep them until this budget passes. Let's say he'll keep it at 50%. After the budget passes, he may get rid of it. There goes the margin he's talking about. It's all fake news. This is why he coined the term, because it's fake news. It's a lie, just like everything else this government is doing. Elon Musk says that the viral screenshot saying "I stole your wife, Stephen Miller," is not real. It was created by his AI Grok. I don't know what to believe anymore. You know? I just don't know. It seems like a comment right up his alley. He's created and deleted so many tweets over the last few days accusing Donald Trump of being a part of the Epstein files, which we know he is. They were friends. He was on that plane. He was at those parties. He was on his island. It doesn't take a genius to add 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. He did it. Okay? Just allegedly, right? Let's throw that in there. That's just my personal opinion. A news story that I want to keep talking about is the Madeleine. We haven't had any updates regarding those 12 people on that humanitarian ship. No one is talking about it. Hardly any news people are talking about it. We need to know what's happening with these humanitarians. We need to know if the IDF violated international law by, boarding that ship and removing them and intercepting. Israel is saying they did not, but if they're on international waters, I mean, there's a clear breaking of the law. And that needs to be investigated. More so, these people need to go to their respective home countries and homes. They need to be returned. If you intercepted them, fine, send them home. You don't need to question them, make them suffer, because again, they were in international waters. They weren't breaking the law. They're like allowed to be there. Anyway, that's the news I'm going to cover. Please let me know your thoughts. I'm Simply Sugar.